following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway. Big shooting
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes!
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Microphone away we go for another adventurous Face Off Hockey Show. What are we going to yell about this week? Who's to say? Night's young. We'll see how it goes. Actually, guess what I forgot to do in my haste? Got to get myself
grab a beer.
Yep, forgot to get myself a drink.
That's fine. I can start in on things.
No, that's fine. I'll just text.
You text the living room.
Send a message to the control room because I think she's
That's
back.
fantastic.
I think she's back from taking the cat out for a walk. So,
Because I was gonna start actually tonight's show with a little bit of, well, first of all, I'm wearing my Baltimore Blast jersey. Maryland won both lacrosse men's and women's for the NCAA tournament this past weekend. Congratulations to both of the Maryland Terrapins teams.
hooray, Maryland!
I do have a bone to pick with Mark, and it's not even what we were talking about before the show.
Oh, even more.
Where he undercut our downloads by 2/3. I did not realize that this was a thing.
Okay.
But apparently, if I would like to go to the hospital to see the tiny Patanza show up, I need to get a whooping cough and a DTaP shot.
What is a DTaP shot?
I don't know.
That sounds like something college frat guys do when they're passing each other in the hallway and they do a bag check. It sounds like another name for a bag check.
I think it is. Maybe they tap my D and they see, like, if I'm able to be there. I'm not sure.
That's weird.
They give it a little tap real quick and they're like, "Yep, you're okay to be in the hospital."
Don't you have to do that for your job anyway?
And no, I need a flu shot. All I need is a flu shot. I don't need this other shit for to be actually working in a hospital. I don't need this other stuff.
Maybe it's a different thing for obstetrician gynecology. That's still weird though.
But I am very rarely in the labor and delivery wards. So
maybe that's why.
I'm generally in ORs. So maybe if I was in L&D more often, I would need things like this. But I need to first of all check with a physician and get these scheduled if I want to see baby P. First, my first thought was suck it. I don't feel like going to the hospital then.
That's a great way to go about it. The hell, right here, champ.
Yeah, DTaP these balls. But then I was kind of like, hey, I don't even have a physician. So like, how do I go about this? Like, I don't have a primary doctor. Can I just like roll into Target and be like, yo, so I need these things so I can go to the hospital?
I don't think Target has a whooping cough one, sadly.
I'm not sure if they do or not, but where do I have to go? To CVS? Can I go to like this?
You might be able to go to CVS. CVS could
could they order it and be like, come back tomorrow and we'll have it here for you? But then somebody else with the name John shows up at the same Target and asks for a whooping cough, and then it's gone when I show up the next day. Like, how does this work?
I think there's a 2-step process before some dude randomly comes.
I don't get how this works. I don't get how this vaccination thing works and why it needs to be done for small children. I mean, he's just come into the world. Can he really catch that stuff like 45 minutes into life?
He has very little immune system because he's a very little boy.
Yeah, but isn't that for everything though? Like, should I also have like a tuberculosis and like I feel like I should be immune to literally everything at that point. They're like, oh, sorry, you got a tan this weekend? You're not allowed to come in.
Well, I know I need a TB test done for my work, so because
you're
I deal
in
with
more
patients.
of the hospital than I am normally. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I literally, I don't get near patients.
You're like that. You have to pay. You have to raise my rates, sir. Is what you say to them.
I get near items. I am supply chain, as you are, but I don't get near patients. I check and make sure items are in the right places.
I rarely get
When I
get to patients, but when I do, they try to pull me in the room and get questions answered about me. Did I tell you that story? How I almost got pulled into an
No.
OB room? Okay, so on,
I'm gonna
my-
grab a drink too, but I have a refrigerator right here. I don't have anybody to text.
exactly, and you're fine. Like, and you got it set up. So I had it on my little card. It said at the onset, it said surgery specialist is a joke that we often make. So one day I was walking through the OB area. Oddly enough, this goes hand in hand. As I was walking through,
That's different than the OP area where everybody just wears surfer shorts.
exactly, and then it's just California dreaming playing constantly. So as I was coming through there, one of the nurses grabbed me and said, "Oh, you're a surgery specialist. You might want to come in here." It was a patient room. She's like, "Yeah, we're having trouble here. We might need to get an opinion." I'm like, "Listen, I'm just the guy who works in supply. I don't know why they gave me this. I'm not a doctor. I don't know, not." And I just kept walking, and she kind of just like, "Okay," and let me go. So my badge almost got me in trouble and almost got me to have an opinion on someone's surgery or process of giving birth.
That's almost better than asking Dr. Rosenpenis.
It is. It is.
Dr. Rosen? Dr. Rosen.
It's a frozen penis. Ah, so there's that. But yeah, no, that's interesting that they had that you have to go through all these hoops to see your nephew.
I know. And I don't it's sad. It really is sad.
Do your
of me is
parents
really
have to do this too?
Yes, everybody that's showing up has to make this happen. And I'm like,
Weird.
so here's my thought, right?
Okay.
There is zero chance that we did any of this when we were born. So
done.
And all of us grew up just fine. So what in the world has changed in the last 30, let's round it up, 40 years in order to now every time somebody has to go see a newborn, they have to get updated shots?
I'm gonna go Fox News on this one.
I agree. Fake news.
24-hour news cycles, I think, is the blame for this because everyone now has paranoia. Like everyone's paranoid that the next airborne.
I bet it's the
disease.
people. I bet this is just honestly one backwards way of trying to make sure that everybody's vaccinated.
Yeah, but then
They're
there's
like, ha! You want to see the kid? Get your vaccinations.
to be fair, then Jenny McCarthy loses, so I think there could be a possibility that it's a good thing.
Jenny McCarthy. I didn't know she was still around.
Yeah, she's the anti.
I mean, not like around, like alive. I figured she would still be alive, but like around it, like relevant.
She is an anti-vaxxer. So there you go. So what else did you do your week aside from trying to get yourself figured out for vaccines?
It was Memorial Day weekend.
It was.
So we had that going for us.
Mhm.
I sprayed dots on my front lawn, which
Go
was
on.
cool. Spray paint. It was badass, actually. I should put this out. I should tweet out the picture, actually. I'll tweet it out probably on my Johnny P Twitter. But the plugs are supposed to be on their way soon, within the next week or so.
I was about to ask, what is plug update? Plug update 2017.
Yeah, I haven't got another email yet, but I was told that they would be on their way this week. And with the rain and the like 70-ish, 80-degree weather, they should be good to go shortly. So I took the advantage of planning out my front yard. I went outside, tape measure in hand, had a T-square, used that to draw lines in my front lawn. It looked like it kind of looked like a tiny football pitch for a while. Just lines everywhere. If I started numbering them, it would have been cool, but I didn't. And then I had a can of white spray paint in my house. Why I have one random can of white spray paint, I have zero idea, but I do. So started measuring stuff out and started spraying dots all over the yard where I'm gonna use it to drill. to use the drill auger and put holes in when the things show up. So put 150 dots on my front yard, which is exactly equal to the 150 plugs that are showing up. Smart.
I was gonna say that's pretty on the nose there. Wow.
So I just have like polka dots all over my yard now, which is even cooler than not having grass.
You got
Like
the
if I could have spray painted something in like tiny middle fingers the entire like way of the yard, I would have done it because that would have been great.
You got the sweet dusty roads along there going, baby. You got yourself there. You got yourself down by the water. You got yourself some plugs going in, baby. That's hard time. You don't have no grass on your front yard in summertime. That's hard times, baby. There you go.
Yeah, but so this is the best part of the entire story, right? The grass that's going to be in my front yard is literally growing in a sod farm correctly. So like it's going to be the best grass I've ever had in plugs, and it's still going to be better than anything I've ever had.
This technology is astounding to me. I'm not going to lie to you right now. Like it's
What that they can take basically they basically pull out 3-inch by 3-inch chunks with dirt intact. So the dirt comes along with it with the root system, picks it up, puts it into trays. They can ship you the trays overnight, and then you can plant them in the ground without affecting the grass in any way, shape, or form.
you have test tube grass, my friend.
Yes.
Like this is what
Without the
Reaganomics
shots.
taught us. Yeah, Reaganomics taught us this. We're gonna have the future, and the future is now, kids. That's tremendous.
So yeah, did that. Went to a party with some high school friends.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Uh,
high school kids. I'm like, wow, okay, hold on. Is
No,
it
no,
senior
no,
week
no.
already?
No. See, talking and tweeting is terrible. Don't
It
do that,
is.
kids.
It's not good. But by the way, it is.
There you
senior
go.
week.
You can check out my front yard now, Scotty.
Oh, I'm gonna go check out your front lawn right now. Oh, I'll check out that front lawn.
So that had going on. That was about it, really. Not a whole lot. Even with the weekend, didn't do a whole lot. I listened to months worth of the Soderstrom bubble, though. I am actually caught up to May.
Hey, there you
I'm
go.
only
I think you
3
only have
shows
like a couple.
behind now.
I was gonna say you're not too far behind us because we missed a couple weeks because of life and sickness. Jen was down with the sickness a couple weeks ago. So let me see Johnny P. Where's Johnny P? There's Johnny P. Wow, that is fantastic.
Isn't it? It's very very symmetrical as well.
It is.
I did a really good job of putting down the dots.
I, for one, just keep it that way. In all honesty, just
Agree. Not
Just
even
keep-
joking.
just-
This is the best my front yard has looked in years.
He's not lying, folks. I stayed there for a few times, but yeah, no, it looks pretty good. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with the plugs. In all honesty,
The plugs is going to be the greatest because from what I've heard, it looks like you're planting tiny troll dolls in your front yard.
Interesting. Yeah, I am all about that life, son. I like it. I like what you're doing. I can't wait for the plugs to get in. And you won't have a bald. I wish I had plugs before I decide. I just go bald. Just shave it all off.
Yeah. See, that's what I currently have, actually. I currently have a fully like shaved yard. And then now I'm placing plugs back in it to regrow hair.
Exactly. The death and birth of plugs.
And I put down some compost, so it's great.
Nice.
Great grass. It's going to be fantastic. I can feel it. I can feel that this will work. And it's going to be awesome.
Lovely. Glad to hear. Sweet. Anything else this week happened? Your little footy action?
No, I got another USA soccer jersey.
Hey, there you go.
Actually, I went out for the Arsenal FA Cup game. I went out to Abbey Burger in Baltimore. Had myself a little antelope burger with some tater tots. It's fantastic.
Love it. That sounds like a delicious meal.
Yeah, it was good. It's a good day. That was a good day. But the game started at 12:30. It was done like 3-ish. Got in the car, drove home, and was asleep at like 5 on my couch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good life. It's a good life to lead.
I know. So it's a lot nicer not having anybody in the house when I walk home.
Right? Just leave your pants at the door. It's fantastic. That's the only good thing about living alone. You can just take your pants off once you get in the door. You're just like, this is nice.
I'll pick them up later.
Exactly. You know what? They'll find their way into the wash. I guess that's to me because
Yep.
Mark.
How about you?
Mark is dealing with. We will talk to Mark in a bit if he comes on, but he is dealing with baby stuff as they're planning the birth of Fernando Pitanzo. I don't think that's the name.
It's great. It's a great name.
That's a good name though. So my week, basically, I had off Thursday. I did nothing. I don't think. Nope. I worked the weekend, and that was unadventurous.
Well, everybody's working for the weekend.
But I was working the weekend. That's the problem.
Oh, the show?
Yeah, no, it was really weird. He had weird.
Was it Starboy?
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. Daft Punk was there in their helmets. It was amazing. That was a hell of a thing. I'm like, wow, you guys aren't sterile at all and shouldn't be down here, but I love the show. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I did buy a lot of things this week. Holy shit. Okay. So I bought a new indoor grill because our other one just lit a flame. So
they're not supposed to do that.
No, this is an old crappy one. So we trashed that.
Is this like the indoor grill? Do you mean like a George Foreman type esque?
No, not like a panini press, not like anything like that. It's just an indoor flat grill with the little ridges and stuff, and it's electric.
Nice.
Boogie. So we used it today. It worked very well. It just came in today, so even better. Very lightweight, very affordable. Highly rated on Amazon, and with the Prime, boom, 2-day shipping.
Great.
I also bought.
Prime is interesting to me because I have almost decided to buy things that I didn't even need.
Right, and
because I could get them in 2 days.
I'm realizing that too because I bought like a suction cup thing for our trip to Chicago, like for the dashboard and stuff like that. So like a phone holder, so for navigation and shit like that, like an Uber thing. So I bought that with Prime today. I didn't need it. I could have bought it here, but I'm just like, I'm lazy. Bought some stuff from Route 1 Apparel. Jen needed some Maryland headbands, so we got her some gaudy Maryland headbands with crabs with the Maryland state flag on them.
Nice.
I bought a new shirt that had like the Calvert bars on it with Natty Bow on it, so I was happy about that. What else?
Is this stuff coming to Chicago? Because I'll bring this.
Yeah, bring it. I'm bringing all my Maryland stuff. I'm gonna be Mr. Maryland, the Avenger. It's gonna be great. There was a luchador or kind of a masquerade mask that had a crab in the Maryland flag that I was gonna buy, but I figured no, I was only gonna wear it once.
I have my green luchador mask. Should I see if I can get the Maryland suit and wear that to the draft?
Oh, you would be classy as hell, my friend.
I need a pair of shorts or something though.
You'd be like, oh, dude, go to that. What was it?
They wouldn't let me. I don't think without a D-tap.
That's true. D-tap for all.
I kind of want to find out what that means now.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? What else did I buy? May have bought $78 worth of Oyos.
I utterly love how much you I really love how much you buy Oyos because I was thinking about buying more Legos today because they sent me the Lego magazine, like whatever they said. I forget what it is right now. And I was like, "Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, a Ferrari, nice." And I was like, "I don't need any of this stuff. Why am I looking at this?"
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm the same way. I may have bought a JG Pajot, a University of North Dakota Brock Besser, a University of North Dakota Carter Rowney. I may have bought 2 Zambonis, one a New Jersey Devils and one a NHL one. I may have bought a referee. I may have bought a mystery pack of the Pittsburgh Penguins Cup team, blah, and I may have bought a mystery pack mascot thing. I may have bought that, and it may be arriving here by Friday. So, yeah, I may have ordered more. Oh yeah, I ordered more. I ordered a lot more yo-yo. I could have ordered more.
I have zero idea why I need this.
Well, you need the DTaP?
Yeah.
What's a DTaP then?
It looks like it's a group of vaccinations.
Okay.
It's
Diphtheria,
for,
tetanus, and well, that's all. That's the whooping cough. That's the whooping cough
yeah,
one,
that's
right?
the whooping cough one. So that's already caught in there. Oh, DTaP. Yeah, and yeah, it's just the three of them. I have to look out for lockjaw and diphtheria, or the other two in the DTaP.
Diphtheria, I could see. Coughing. Tetanus, babies do step on a lot of weird decks. I like how. Hold on. Who should get the DTaP and when? And it's older children and adults. Older people still need protection. Vaccine called Tdap is considered to the DTaP. What?
Yeah, it's a different one. But what they do is they just change one letter in it to throw everyone off.
Yeah. What should I do? Yeah, I don't understand why you need one.
I have zero. This is. I've also come to the realization this is the difference between your first child and your second child.
Oh yeah.
When you have your first child, you're like, please get vaccinated. Please, here's the hand sanitizer. Here's this. Here's that. The second child comes along and they're like, just spit on it. We don't care.
You know what? Just brush some dirt on it. It's fine. It'll clump. That's funny. Oh my god! And today was my off day too, and we had Mark and I had a meeting earlier. We will not divulge things in the meeting. The meeting was business related.
Mark undercut the show a lot.
Mark did undercut the show. We will say that. I will reveal that. Mark did not give you, the powerful listener of the Face Off Hockey Show, the due respect you deserve.
He also didn't ask the person that has numbers.
To be fair, him and I both dropped the ball in that one. We were both running towards the ball, and then we kicked into our own end zone, and it went out of the end zone for a rouge. So,
speaking of that, by the way, I saw one of the greatest arena football clips ever. It was it was kind of a GIF, but it was like a 10-second GIF. It was the Baltimore Brigade. The other team was trying to go in on Baltimore's end zone. They have a running play. They fumble the handoff. The ball gets kicked forward. Somebody from Baltimore goes to pick it up, and instead of picking it up, knocks it 15 yards backwards. 3 people go to get it. It hits somebody's helmet. Goes another 15 yards backwards. Somebody from Baltimore picks it up finally, and then fumbles it going into the other end zone. And the original team picks up the ball in their own end zone for I guess a safety or a touchback. I don't even know what the rules are, but it was just hilarious that they literally went the entire length of the field fumbling the football.
Tremendous.
Fumbles. All right. Sorry, I had to get that out too.
By the way, the rant I went on last week, the stuff's being taken care of, folks. Don't worry about it.
Were our fans angrily emailing the NHL?
Things happen, my friend. Things are happening.
I'd love to know if somebody angrily emailed the NHL on our behalf.
I wish they would. I think someone did. So things are happening. And
I wasn't very angry though.
Yeah, I was kind of angry. I will let you in on something.
And it got the credentialed people in previously credentials, but not the people who have been credentialed for the draft previously.
Right. For now. I will tell you a tale off the air that is hilarious and is going to make you angry. At the NHL, not
more angry.
Not at the team, at the NHL.
Oh, perfect. Great. This should definitely be an off the air thing.
Oh yeah, it's going to be an off the air thing because it's going to be hilarious.
All right.
So
great fun had by y'all.
Great fun had by y'all. We'll be in Chicago regardless. Because we have nothing. I have a week off, so I don't give a shit. I'm going to go down and visit somewhere. I haven't had a real vacation in forever. So, except for those 3 months that I moved here from March until June.
Didn't you see Tesla this week as well, and Poison?
Oh, that's right. Shit, I did see Poison and Tesla this weekend. So we went to a show. Jen got sweet seats. from the University of North Dakota, and we saw Poison and Tesla, and it was a show. I'm not really into hair metal. Like, I never grew up on it or anything like that. I didn't realize how many Poison songs I knew and how much a couple of the Tesla songs sound like the Black Crowes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was kind of odd. I'm
Isn't
like,
Poison Every Rose Has Its Thorn?
yes, and of course they didn't close the show. They didn't close the show on that one. They're also nothing but a good time.
Yeah.
Talk Dirty to Me is also that's another one of theirs.
Huh. They had some good 80s songs.
They had some hits. The guy from Rock of Love was singing. That was pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
Good for them. So it was a time. I've seen more concerts in the past 2 months than I have in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So,
I need to go to concerts again. I need to find people that want to go to concerts again. That's the big problem I'm having right now.
we might be going to a concert in a couple weeks. Johnny, you'll love this lineup. Everclear is headlining.
Is it Smash Mouth?
No, Everclear is headlining.
Okay.
Fastball is a supporting act.
Okay.
And the other supporting act is Vertical Horizon.
So it's basically a high school WHFS.
It's essentially a side stage at WHF Festival. I should have said HF Festival.
So
but
we did have this conversation at the party that I went to this weekend. Is it sad, or are we just old, that basically WHFS is now considered classic rock?
we're old. I think it's just old. Because it's funny, because we're getting to that range where Nirvana's 25, almost 25 years old with Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Like all the stuff that we listened to that was new is now considered classic.
At what point does WQSR just go off the air? Are they even still on the air? I don't think they're still on the air.
I don't think they're on the air anymore.
No. Well then,
I don't think there's a such thing as oldies anymore. It's basically before 1980 is oldies.
Well, so classic rock is oldies.
Yeah, I mean,
WQSR is a thing.
Really?
It is on 102.7 now, and it's now Jack FM.
Yeah, that's not the same.
HD 1 is adult hits, while HD 2 is oldies.
See, I don't have HD, so I only get the 1. So I get the adult hits, which is basically like a watered down version of it's not bad actually. It's a pretty good rock station, but it's not like 98 rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. There we go. So yeah, that was my weekend. So now
you have some good concerts.
Some good concerts coming down here. Paramore is going to be at the State Fair in Bismarck, apparently, or Minot. One of the two. They're going to be at the State Fair, and Jen's like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "I'm sure I'll get a restraining order against me if I do." I'm sure that will happen.
They're like, "Oh, you're the Tumblr guy."
Oh, so you have the pictures favorited of her ass, sir? Can you walk this way?
And then you're like, "Of course I can walk this way."
Exactly, it'd be great. Oh, Run DMC will show up. It'd be amazing. I should see who's playing the North Dakota State Fair. Who else is playing?
I was thinking about going to the Delaware State Fair because Darius Rucker was playing.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Darius Rucker puts on a good concert. Last time I saw him, he broke into 7 Hootie and the Blowfish songs as well. It was awesome.
So here's the concerts for the State Fair. Little Big Town. This is North Dakota State Fair. It's Minot.
Sounds about right.
Minot. It's really happening. Now the O's have come to win. Fergie. Fergie will be there because her boyfriend or husband or something is from Minot. And she's also, fun fact, the hospital in Fargo opens up in July 25th. They renovated everything, and she will be playing the opening concert. I don't know why hospitals need an opening concert, but whatever.
That's perfectly what I was thinking.
Something called the Brothers Osborne will be there. The Enduro Race, the Western Grand National Truck and Tractor Pool will be there.
The Brothers Patanzo would be like a one-man show, but it would have 14 different stage hands.
And a rightly confused Sean Leahy. Thomas Wright, Lone Star, Jason Aldean, And closing out the festival, Paramore, July 19th.
That's a really good concert lineup, and Paramore seems very out of place.
Paramore with ex-ambassadors will be headlining, or will be the
Wow.
opening act. So
Everything else is country.
kinda, except Fergie. Fergie's not really that country.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's very, very. Livestock's going to be there. We're gonna have some livestock stuff,
Are they
Carnival
a band, or
concert.
do you actually mean cattle?
like cattle. Like it is North Dakota. We only have cattle there.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That would be a great band name, though.
What?
Last week we had the Glorious Clusterfucks. This week we have Livestock.
Nice. That'd be great. That sounds like a festival more than it does like a
That's
band.
true.
Livestock, and
And
it's
it's
just
because of the stock. It's the
Well, no,
stock that's in it. That's why.
livestock is actually our new art exhibit. It's just a gallery of stock photos.
That would be awesome. Actually, they're a gallery of like the live photos that you can take with your iPhone, so they move.
Oh yeah,
We call it Livestock.
livestock.
That'd be great.
Delaware State Fair. So Darius Rucker, you said going to be there.
Yeah,
Let's see.
July 22nd too. It's like July 22nd or 23rd.
Warrington. John Party with Chris Lane is there the 29th. Painted Pony, the rodeo, is going to be the 20th. The Monster Truck Meltdown, Friday, July 21st.
See, completely different lineup.
You'll buy the whole seat. You'll only need the edge. Oh my God! Craft Beer Festival featuring rock of the '70s, including Foghat, ARS, Pure Prairie League, Pat Travers Band, and Rare Earth. Then July 20th.
Earth, Wind, and Fire couldn't make it.
Make it. That's so they just got the Rare Earth. Darius Rucker, July 23rd with Midland. July 24th, Gabriel Iglesias, everybody.
See, there's a much wider, diverse range in Delaware.
Rascal Flatts, the 25th. Crowder with Big Daddy, July 26th. And then Harness Racing, July 27th. Demolition Derby, July 28th. And then July 29th, the Brantley Gilbert with Luke Combs.
Yeah, I was just thinking of going to see. Although I've never seen Rascal Flatts either, so that might be something where I just kind of take off work and go the 23rd, skip a day, and then 25th.
Let's see the Maryland State Fair. What not concerts they have there? Because I don't think they have concerts.
I don't think they do either. I think. Oh
no, we got
Artscape.
concerts. We got concerts. Hailstorm with Fatally Yours will be Friday, August 25th.
that's actually the weather. That's the
Oh.
weather that you're
Oh
looking
no!
at. Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible. My goodness, that's amazing. Also, Sabrina Carpenter with Alex Adiano. Repticon is going to the state fair. It's actually the fairgrounds. It's not the state fair itself. I think Hailstorm actually is at the state fairgrounds, not at the state fair itself. Can you tell me what's happening at the state fair, guys? Like, just you guys are the worst. I think nope. Hailstorm's the only band it looks like playing at the state fair.
Perfect.
Timonium, Maryland. Good job, guys. Way to go on this one. All right, maybe the events calendar will help me. Nope, nothing there. All right, just give me August. Just get me to where I need to be. You make it so damn hard for me. Yep, Hailstorm, Sabrina Carpenter, the Grand Parade celebration. Brought to you by T-Mobile. That'll be a thing there. And that's it. That's all they have. Wow. Woof.
Delaware's so much nicer.
Dude, Maryland, we got the flag at least. And all year round, Maryland State off-track betting. All year round at the fairgrounds.
Perfect.
So there we go. All right, well, let's go to some injury reports then, shall we? It's obviously
I shall hit
state
the
fairs.
music.
State fairs mean injury reports.
Hold on. What are we doing here?
I
Why is it
wish I
so
knew.
low? What are you doing? There we go. Back to the beginning. Oh, this is great camera work. It's like the iPod's 20 years old.
The iPod's classic rock. Derek Brassard tore his labrum in his shoulder. He's out 4 to 5 months. Brandon Dubinsky had some wrist surgery. He should be ready for training camp. Tobias Ryder had ankle surgery. He's going to be out 2 to 3 months. So there's that. That's all the news that fits print. All the injuries fit the print. We got a lot more news, though, because the NHL held their State of the Union address, everybody.
I saw this. Actually, it was on the NHL Network.
So here we go. First off, the third outdoor game was announced. It leaked on Saturday. The Washington Capitals will host the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Naval Academy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland. Oh boy! It's close.
I think that this is the most easily accessible of the three.
Yes, because I think everything else is on campuses, right?
I believe so. I believe we tried to talk about this when they first brought it up, but
yeah.
At least Annapolis is off campus. Annapolis is used to having this many people show up.
And Annapolis
driving.
is roads of shit all the time anyway, so.
Yeah, agreed. So I think that this is going to be cool. I also will take the over on 55 degrees for the for the day.
Yeah. It's not going to be fun, kids. The ice guys are going to have to be on their mark because it could go to 80 to 30 to 72 in a matter of 36 hours. So get on with that, ice guys.
Well, wasn't I think it was on Twitter that there was literally this year in March, it went from 80 to 60 to 32 in a 3-day span.
I wrote that.
I did it. It was on Twitter because I read it.
Well, I wrote it in a blog, so.
Well, I read it. That's that where I read it.
Yeah, you read it on ScottyWaz.com.
Yes, I'm doing so much reading recently.
You are. You're a Renaissance man when it comes to reading.
And I'm listening to the Soderstrom bubble on getting on my history on hockey.
You're back in social media, my friend. Let me tell you, you're back on it.
I took a little break. It was a dark period after the Caps lost.
Yeah, no, as you should. You should have just left for a week and a half and just been fine, and you did. Tampa Bay is going to be hosting the All-Star game this year.
Perfect.
Tampa Bay getting a lot of the big events. People love Tampa Bay, so good for.
That's because they're not going to the Olympics.
Yeah,
I've heard
exactly. And the league doesn't expect contracted players to go to the Olympics either. So good luck to them thinking about that. Because we're pretty sure there's going to be guys who go.
I did also see that there was no talk of what could happen though.
No, there's nothing in terms of just who's going to be, if there's punishment at all, because I don't know if you can.
They couldn't the team suspend the player? I mean, the team could effectively suspend the player and fine them probably, right? Outside of that, I'm not sure what the worst thing that they could do is.
And if the owner is actually allowing him to do it, like Ted Leonsis seems to be doing, then there's not going to be a suspension. I don't see a problem. There's going to be guys that go. There's going to be Europeans. Let's put it. There's going to be Europeans that go. I highly doubt any North American guy is going to go. I doubt Austin Matthews.
This is quite literally the Soderstrom bubble that I read that I listened to this weekend.
Yeah, probably. We've done this before. I rehashed this on so many things we've done this before too, where we've talked about the Euros going there. Bill Daly said no change to the playoff format expected. And expansion, the teams are going to get more time to look at the rosters that they can pick from. 72-hour window now. Then rather than the 48-hour.
Why does that keep changing?
I don't know. I guess GM really needs all that time to look at who he's going to screw up in this team.
If we've learned nothing from GM is that he needs the least amount of time to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take this thing's going to take 16 seconds. He's going to rattle off the names, and it's going to be very anticlimactic. He's going to rattle off the names as the music is playing for the first player being selected. They're going to do pop.
That's actually how they're able to do this during the award ceremony, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah. They're going to do this in between the Clancy Award winner and stuff like that. So, 72 hours to review the list of players. It'll be made available June 21st at noon or something like that. That they're going to be putting the teams out. It'll be leaked before that, guys. Don't worry. It'll be leaked well before that.
That'd be so good.
Be great, and then we could just pick all our teams then, and then go from there. So game 1 of the Stanley Cup final happened. The dastardly Penguins won, but there was some excitement after the Penguins were up. I think it was 3-0. Dude threw a catfish on the ice.
I heard about this.
I
read about it today.
Shrunk wrap a catfish, put in a compression shorts, got into the arena, and then threw half a catfish onto the ice. Originally, the Pittsburgh police were going to charge him with attempt to assault with a weapon. He would have seen a max of 6 years in jail. Today, the Pittsburgh courts realize this is some garbage. Why are we even trying to cluster this up? And they're probably going to drop the charges against him.
Did you happen to read the press release that Pittsburgh's mayor put out though?
No, I didn't.
You have to find that because there were so many great puns in it. It was like this story we feel has turned into a whale of a story. From our perch, we can see that this wasn't something that we would carp about, and it was just a whole bunch of like fish puns. It was pretty good.
Also, apparently, PETA weighing in on the catfish situation. No one cares about them.
PETA's dumb in these situations. I understand if you're killing something for a reason, but the fish is already dead. Like, it's not like he randomly like caught a fish. It was like, oh, cool. Now I can throw something on the ice. The fish was dead. He went and bought it somewhere.
Yeah, it's fine. It was a dead fish. Don't worry about it, guys. It was half of it flew out when he was dead. Well, a story from a perch. Shouldn't be baiting into interfering with this fish tail. Hope the predatory catfish hurler who got the hook last night is simply sentenced to the thing. Perhaps cleaning fish at Holy's. Apparently fish places, by the way, are not selling catfish in Pittsburgh because...
No, the guy got it in Nashville and took it with him.
I know, and that's the thing. Is this... God, Pittsburgh really likes to suck the life out of things.
Yep.
Bunch
True
of
story.
clods. We got some... also, the Washington Capitals have... GMBM has said that there's going to be no dramatic changes and that the only time he's going to trade Ovechkin is if it's a hockey deal that makes sense. We will talk to Laurison about what that means in a bit.
I don't understand how there's going to be no dramatic changes.
Nope, no change behind the bench at all. Nothing. We're not going to change anything else.
I understand that.
Yeah, and also TJ Oshie's going to get re-signed. So,
sure as hell hope so. That'd be great.
Apparently, according to Canada, it's all but done. It is an all but
like
done.
The entire country?
The entire country has bound it together and said, you know what? Yep, we are sure this is happening.
Huh.
I
bet you Sasky started it.
Probably. So if you're a betting man, and I am, I would put money on the Vegas Golden Knights. I would put money
You would.
on the Vegas Golden Knights only because it's a great deal if it works. They are listed right now at 200 to 1 favorites to win the Stanley Cup. 100 to 1
It's not bad.
are the odds to capture the Stanley Cup. You put $1 on there, you got 200 coming to you. You put $10 on, you got 2,000, and then so on and so forth times 200. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Why the hell would you not? There you go. Coaching changes. Scott Gomez has been hired as the assistant of the New York Islanders.
I like that.
It's a good move. Doug Waite
I like
back
that
behind the
move.
bench. Scott Gomez there. It'll be great times. Steve Ott hired as St. Louis Blues assistant coach, even though he hasn't technically retired yet.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't realize he retired, but that's amazing.
Could have a Reg Dunlap situation going for us here.
I didn't realize that Steve Ott was one of those guys that I would see as a coach, though.
I didn't think that way about Craig Berube either, but he's made himself a name for himself.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
maybe
All right,
there's
I'll give
something
Steve
there.
Ott a chance.
Give him a chance. Scott Stevens has left the Minnesota Wild as an assistant coach. He says he wants to spend more time with his family. So the Wild are granting his release. Congratulations, I guess. I don't know.
Does St. Louis have to send any compensatory picks?
Draft picks for the next 10 years. And then the Wild will do
Speaking
nothing
of that,
with them.
though. Speaking of that, I saw a tweet today that said that the Columbus Blue Jackets had to send their 2017
right.
second-round draft pick for the hiring of Tortorella.
Yeah, for the compensatory pick. So let's see what it was. What was the things on that? They had to either cough up this year's pick or a second rounder in 2018 as a condition for hiring it. So the number 55 overall will go to Vancouver. So all but done now there, kids. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Also, Larry Robinson will not be back with the San Jose Sharks. There's that. I didn't realize he was still in the staff. So shock to me.
Was he one of those like special advisor people?
I think he was an assistant coach, actually, because he was with Pete DeBoer in New Jersey.
Check that
And then
out.
I think he went to San Jose with him.
That really goes
I'd
to
say-
show you how many West Coast games I watch.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, dude, I live in the Central. I'm at least an hour, in the past, and yet I still don't watch much Western hockey. Also, because I have to work at 7 a.m., so I go to sleep and I'm like, I don't need this.
Yeah, I agree.
So the Erie Otters, they lost. The Windsor Spitfires won the Memorial Cup. A first-round goaltender that could possibly be picked, named DiPietro, helped win for the Windsor Spitfires, which is odd to say.
Interesting.
However, it was the other goaltender that got a lot of news talked about him. As
It's now time for Is Rick DiPietro injured?
Sorry,
yes,
wrong
he
DiPietro.
is. It's fine. It's close. You were close. But the Erie Otters goaltender Troy Timpano was a kid who was a bit upset.
This was great.
A bit upset with this as he threw his stick at the cameraman of Sportsnet as he was doing the sad bench team scroll. He javelin hucked his stick right at the camera.
That's good though. That's good. I feel like TV stations need to stop using teams that have just lost for their coverage.
Here's
especially children. I mean, these kids are like what, 16?
16 to 20 year olds.
Yeah.
So here's a still shot.
They got exactly what they deserved.
Here's a still shot of him just shucking the stick, just like a javelin.
That could have been worse though. If he would have overhand chopped it toward that would have been bad.
That would have been bad. That would have been expensive too. So there's that.
That's
Good
awesome.
Good for him though. Good for him. He made a point of it. He made a point to go ahead and say, "Screw you, taxpayer."
Yeah, screw you, hippie.
The Belarusian president ripped the national hockey team for being spineless during the World Championships.
Wow.
I'm trying to find his exact words because they were as hilarious as it seems. Chris Neal wants to play next year. Good for him. Belarusian president trashes spineless national hockey team. According to Alexander Lukashenko, who's the president of Belarus, he said the team was absolutely spineless after it failed to qualify for the playoff round. Even if you lose, then play with play with soul, and the people will forgive you. But when you go out there, you've lost the game before it begins, and your legs are shaking. Oh no! But when you go up there, you've lost. Okay, that's translated terribly. The players are the only ones. Lushenko said the disgusting work of the team coaching staff was to blame as well. Everyone's driving around in Mercedes, but there's no results. I don't think anyone in Belarus's national team is driving around in Mercedes.
No. Who is Belarus national team big name?
Mikhail Grabovski.
Did he play?
I don't think he did, actually.
I wouldn't think that he played. He didn't play at all this year for the Islanders, did he?
No,
I thought he was
did not.
injured.
Might have
I thought
been.
he was concussed.
Been concussed. Concussed. Let's see if I can find double IHF. I found the world. Let's see the roster. Let's look at the roster here. Give me some teams.
I like when the president calls out a sports team, though.
I love when a president calls out the hockey team, and it's not Canada's prime minister. So the Belarusian hockey team. Here we go. Were there any NHLers? Nope. Not one.
Wow.
Andrei Kostitsyn was on the team, though. The Kostitsyn brothers were on the team.
Interesting.
So that doesn't say much.
They played in the NHL at some point.
They did. Kevin Lalonde, former Medicine Hat Tiger, I believe, and I believe Canadian national. Yeah, Kevin Lalonde is definitely not Belarusian. Pretty sure Kevin Lalonde is Canadian.
He could be.
He's one of those things
Didn't
like this.
didn't they still do better than the Italians?
I don't think so. They finished 13th.
Oh, wow. When the Italians beat you, that's bad.
Lalonde was born in Kingston, Ontario. He played in the Flames farm system and the Tampa Bay Lightning farm system. Played for the Belleville Bulls. Easy for me to say. So there's that. Let's see the stats. Let's see the stats of the World Championship. Give me the rankings. That's player rankings. That's player. I don't need. Panini Bread was the leading scorer with 17 points in 9 games. Jesus Christ. They didn't medal? God damn, guys. Teams. Here we go. Teams. Come on. Oh, why can't you be? Why?
This is why the NHL's not sending people, their players to the Olympics.
Because they can't get their fucking sites together. Like why? I don't have it. Why is there no standings here, guys? Why don't I have standings in this shit? Here we go. Standings. Fuck. Yeah, no. Italia finished tied for last with Slovenia.
Woohoo! Yeah, Italy.
They went 0-1-6. No wins, no overtime wins, 1 overtime loss, and 6 losses.
I'm surprised they made it to. Or did they make it to overtime against Slovenia?
They probably no, because Slovenia didn't have an overtime win either. And they weren't in the same group, so I think there was. Where did Italia lose? Let's find Italia. By the way, the Italians in 7 games scored 6 goals and had 32 against.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, Italy. Let's see Italy. They
Actually, Juventus hasn't had 32 goals scored against them all season.
Well, that's astonishing. I think they lost to Slovakia in overtime. I think it was Latvia actually. So they lost to Slovakia 3-2 in the first game. That's a pretty good.
That's not bad. That's a good showing.
They played Russia next, and they lost 10-1.
Oh, that's where the wheels fell off.
They lost to Latvia 2-1. They lost to the U.S. 3-0. Lost to Sweden 8-1. Lost to Germany 4-1. And lost to Denmark 2 Cobb. So they shut out twice. Your Italian national team, everybody. Who was on Italy this year? Jason Muzzatti still playing? That'd be great if he was.
Probably not. He's probably moved on.
He may have moved on. Where's Italia's roster? Give me Team Italy. Okay. Yep. No, Thomas Larkin. Guilio Scandella.
He was on a team previously. I remember him.
Tommaso Goy. Tommaso Traversa. A lot of Tommasos. Stefano Marchetti.
Oh, you'd figure that he would be able to cut through defenses.
You'd think that. Raphael Andergassen.
Great painter.
And Frederick Cloutier was the goaltender.
Ah, imagine Frederick Cloutier, really. No wonder they took him out.
He plays for Asiago. Plays for a cheese team. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
The Italian national team in all its glory. Let's see the full list. Yep, Asiago. There's a lot of Italian teams here. Stephen Marr is the head coach. Equipment manager Cesar Apollonano. Whatever. The team leader is Gianfranco Talamini. So anything with Gianfranco, I think, is top notch.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much what we're looking at. Trying to see how many goals Juventus has given up.
By the way, Terry Fry of the Denver Denver Post has been fired. The beat writer for the Colorado Avalanche has been fired after a tweet he made after the Indy 500.
Well, he kind of deserved it.
He kind of did.
I mean, he did it to himself.
He said he didn't feel comfortable on the Memorial Day weekend, a Japanese person winning the Indy 500. Then he was subsequent. I said there's better ways to get out of the Colorado Avalanche beat than just tweeting out a racist tweet.
That's true.
There's better ways. Yeah. There we go. So that's the news. Waiting on Lyle Richardson.
So Juventus has given up only 2 goals on their run to the Champions League final.
Wow.
That's just Champions League there. That's not all of.
Not the full season. That's not the
I would
the
still
Serie
bet
A.
that if I could find that Juventus has given up given up less goals in their entire year than Italy gave up at the World Championships for hockey.
Interesting. We will have to look into that a little bit more as Lyle Richardson joins us. Lyle, the Italian national team really going. Juve has given up 27 goals this year.
See, told you.
In 38 matches.
Oi,
Told you.
oi. What kind of a goals against
given
average is that?
Who?
Never
They've
mind
given
that.
up 27 goals in their entire year. Juventus, the Italian national hockey team, gave up 32 goals in 7 games.
Oh, what kind of a save percentage is that? Good God.
2.
3.
It's not a good one.
No, it's not fun.
No, it's not.
Not fun. You know what else is not fun? The Caps GM saying, "Yeah, we're not going to change anything at all."
There's not really very much you can change that free agency won't take care of for you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, you're some guys you ain't going to bring back. Some guys you're going to try. TJ Oshie, I guess they're going to try.
I heard that's all but done, according to John Shannon of Sports.
John Shannon said they were close, and then GMBM said, "No, we're not close. We're still talking, but no, it's not that close." So, yeah, be careful, I guess, who you believe. But you know,
I usually believe John Shannon. Shannon.
No, he's reliable. He's reliable. I'm not saying he wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't. But I think maybe GMBM's trying to maybe kind of douse things just a little bit. You know, just kind of. You know, with all these other things going on, what I found more interesting was how many people he seized on his, what I considered to be not a very big deal comment about, oh, well, could we trade Alex Ovechkin? Well, yeah, maybe we could if the right deal came along, but who's going to take that contract and blah, blah, blah. And people all of a sudden grabbed onto that, and some said, oh, that's a shot across the bow to Ovechkin. And some saying, well, he's opening the door a crack and he's doing this, he's doing that. And it's just like, oh, for God's sake.
It's funny because every move that's a quote unquote hockey deal in that no one takes.
Nobody takes
Nobody.
that move. Look, could Ovechkin get traded at some point? Sure.
Yeah.
If Wayne Gretzky can be traded, anybody can get traded.
I don't think he gets traded for another 2 years, though.
Oh, I agree. If things haven't picked up in the next couple of seasons, yeah, maybe you look at trying to move him. But you know what? By that point, who's to say he's even still in the NHL by then? Because here's the thing: the bigger issue here is not the Capitals trading Ovechkin, because we know that's not happening. No matter how excited that what I consider an innocuous comment made by beat GMBM, got blown out of proportion by some folks who, quite frankly, I think should know better, than to go, oh my goodness. The bigger issue here is, the inevitable showdown that the NHL is going to be having with Ovechkin and the Capitals over Olympic participation. Mm-hmm. Because you've got your pal of mine, Gary Bettman, the league commissioner, during his state of the NHL union address before game one, basically saying, it's our understanding that, not only are we not going to the Olympics, but it's our understanding that our players will not be participating. Though he was quick to add, that's not a fight we're not going to pick that fight at the moment, or words to that effect. It's not a fight they were looking for right now, or not a fight he was looking to pick at this time, anything like that. But everything I'm hearing so far in reading is suggesting that the league could turn around and say, if you are under contract to your NHL team for 2017-18, you will not participate in the Olympics. Period. Full stop. End of story. Doesn't matter if your team owner gives you his blessing, like Ted Leonsis is bound to do for Ovi if he wants to go. Don't matter. The league, I have a feeling the league's going to turn around and say, no exceptions. You're under contract. You don't go. And if that's the case, could we see Ovechkin follow Kovalchuk and stage his NHL retirement and say, I want to play for my country in the Olympics, and essentially retire from the NHL, at least for a couple of years, go play in the KHL and go and represent Russia in what will be obviously a considerably lesser men's Olympic hockey tournament where, hey, maybe this time Russia has a chance to win, huh? I know that sounds mean and nasty, but there you go.
You're not wrong.
I are not wrong for bringing that up. So, I mean, that's the issue that I think the pundits should be seizing on here. And I'm kind of disappointed in some of these folks who haven't addressed this or haven't spoken to, or at least raised that possibility. I mean, Ryan Lambert over at Puck Daddy did. But he's the only real voice that I've seen in this that paid any real attention to this issue. It's something I intend on writing about this weekend as well. It's like I said, folks, don't pay attention to this stupid, ridiculous thing of, oh, could they trade Ovechkin?
Shiny things.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be a crow. Though there's nothing wrong with crows. I like crows. But regardless, don't be distracted by shiny, by...
Mr. Jones was a good song.
Yes, it was. Yes, I like counting my crows. I do. But seriously, that's the real issue here. If the NHL says you're forbidden to go, you're under contract, you can't play in the Olympics, and Ovi says, okay, that's it, I'm done, I retire. Hello? That would be a huge issue. Not Donald Trump huge, because Donald Trump huge is overblown narcissistic bullshit, but actual, real, genuine news that would adversely affect the Capitals.
This season started, though, right?
Pardon me?
That would have to occur this summer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, and they're not going. I know that Ovi's, like some of the other players are thinking, well, there's still a chance. It could still happen. Bettman was very, very blunt. This is not happening. They are not going. End of story. They had the opportunity to go when, basically, the league dictated the terms by saying, look, accept a 3-year extension to the collective bargaining agreement, and you will not only participate in the Olympics in 2018, but we'll also go to the 2022 games. And hey, we'll have a World Cup and we'll do all kinds of international tournament stuff if you want to do it. All you have to do is extend the CBA. And the NHLPA said no, thinking that they could negotiate. And the league just said, okay, we're done. Wash our hands. We're done. Is it possible? Sure. But I'd say that possibility is probably freaking 1% chance of happening right now. Because
as we get closer to July 1st, it's closing and closing and closing.
Oh, it's not going to happen. Like I said, I don't see this happening. I really don't. Bettman has been unequivocal with it. He said back
in a period of time that Ovi would have to be retired, like retired for the KHL, or could he play there for a year and then come back?
Well, he could play there for a year and then try to come back, but that depends, first of all, on what kind of terms the NHL would put on players thinking of doing that. You know what I mean? I mean, could they come out and say, if you do this, you don't just go away for a year and then think you can just walk back in through the door. They could turn around and keep you out for 2 years or 3 years. They could say, okay, if you want to,
but that's not anywhere written already, right?
No, that hasn't been. But it doesn't mean that they can't come up and say, this is what's going to happen. You don't get to walk out the door for a year and come back. You don't get to retire and then unretire and walk back to your old team. I dare say it'll be probably like what the scenario like we're seeing with Kovalchuk, whereby, you could come back, but it would need the unanimous approval of all the other NHL general managers. And if you've got one who's a prick that's saying, nope, we don't want Ovechkin back because he plays in our division and he kills us every year and we just don't like him, so we don't want him back. I realize I'm oversimplifying, but you get the gist.
No, there's going to be people who do that.
Absolutely. Somebody's going to sit down and go, What would a dick do in this instance?
Possibly a team that would also charge a guy for throwing a catfish.
Maybe.
Oh.
No. Well, now let's not go and throw that out there. But anyway, see what I did there? Throw it.
No, I didn't. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't follow news. What's happened? Anyway.
Nothing's happening. But no. But seriously, that's the issue I'm more concerned about. Not some fantasy Ovechkin trade scenario that isn't going to happen, but the very real possibility he could turn around and say, "Okay, I'm out of here. Playing for my country in the Olympics means more to me than playing a season in the NHL and trying for the Stanley Cup. I'm Russian. This is my country. I want to win I want to bring Olympic gold back to my country." And if that's what he wants to do, the NHL is going to lose one of their star players, and the Capitals lose a very important player, and yeah, it just creates a huge problem for the Capitals. It creates a huge problem for the league because now you basically run one of your marquee players out of the league, which is kind of a stupid way to do business. But then again, nobody ever said the NHL was all that sharp when it came to their business model. True. So there we go.
Now, here, riddle me this. Let's say this happens. They're like, all right, if you leave the NHL to go to the Olympics, we're going to ban you for 2-3 years, and then you go through the Kovalchuk process.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, I don't know, Alex Ovechkin gets loaned out to Dynamo Minsk for like a year. Is that a possibility, though? Like, is that a way to work around it where he doesn't have to retire, but you still retain his rights and you just loan him out?
Oh, listen, I'm sure the Capitals will look at that. I'm sure they'll consider that option. But I think the league's going to be very, very careful in how they write this to ensure that there's
every basis
that there's very little, or if any, chance of discovering a loophole.
If there was any time for the NHL to actually be smart and to talk to Lou Lamoriello before writing something, it would be
it would be now. Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing is just silly. I mean, the league doesn't want to go to Pyeongchang, but they're willing to go to China in 2022.
Wouldn't it be great though if the NHL was like, "We're going back to the Olympics 2022 in China," and the players were like, "Go fuck yourselves."
Yeah, that would be fantastic. What I would love to see, screw that. What I would love to see even better would be if you saw like 100 to 120, 150, 200 NHL stars who have a chance to go to the Olympics en masse saying, "We're out of here. We're out of here. No, we want to play for a country. We're out of here." I mean, it won't happen, but oh my God, it would be such a beautiful, beautiful scenario because Bettman would look like an absolute fool. He would look like, and so would the NHL team owners, not just Bettman. It's all the 30 team owners, the hypocrites who sit down and say, we don't want to disrupt our season. We're tired of disrupting our season. Oh, but you have no problem disrupting your season by staging 3 lockouts, do you? No, you have no problem with that. So, hey, I think that would be glorious if you saw Ovechkin, Crosby, Malkin, Carlson, Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews. If you saw all the top stars from every NHL team, all these guys that are going to be picked to play in the Olympics if they're, if they have the opportunity to go, all of them just saying, "We're out of here. You won't let us go? Okay, we all retire." Oh, that would be beautiful. That would be glorious because
I know
then the
3
league
guys
would be in a mess.
3 guys won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
3 of those 6 that you posed out there will not do that.
Who do you think won't?
Crosby, McDavid, and Austin Matthews.
Listen,
North American
exactly.
North American people are by the book.
You notice I said it won't happen, but it would be glorious if it did.
Well, even if you lose Carlson and Malcolm,
the European players,
even if
that
you
would
lost,
be a huge hit.
Of course it would. Good Lord, of course it would. You're talking about the best sniper in the game in Ovechkin, gone. You're talking one of the best centers in the league in Backstrom, gone. You're talking the best defenseman in the NHL right now in Erik Karlsson, gone. You go through the list: Pekka Rinne, Henrik Lundqvist. Terrific goaltenders, all gone. I mean, it would be a huge embarrassment. Vladimir Tarasenko, gone from St. Louis. You know, I mean, you name it. Like I said, a lot of teams would be hurt by this, and it would be a real embarrassment for the league to have their top European players go, you know what, we're out of here. We're going to go back and represent our countries this year, and screw you. Yeah. It would be great. They won't, but they won't do it either. They won't do it either. Most of them won't. The only one right now who's made any noise about going to play in the Olympics is Ovi. He's the only one.
Has too.
Yeah, but not
to
as much
a lesser extent.
Yeah. Listen, I think if push came to shove, Backstrom stays put.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, Erik Karlsson says, you know, I mean, he said, listen, it sucks if we don't go to the Olympics. Obviously, he wants to go, but if push comes to shove, I don't believe he goes. You know,
because he's Swedish.
Because he's Swedish for common sense. There you go. That's IKEA's old slogan. But anyway, IKEA, Swedish for common sense. But anyway, I always thought it was Swedish for, ridiculous furniture you've got to put together yourself and give yourself.
That's a long slogan. That's a really.
It
long
is.
slogan.
It is. Well,
yeah. Translation's right.
But the translation's right
Swedish
though.
for here.
Swedish for Allen key. There you go. But although I would love to see that though, because
I'm honestly surprised they don't have one of those laying around like within an arm's reach.
I have 3 of them in my toolbox, believe it or not, just because I can't bring myself to throw it. It's like, well, it's a free tool I may never use, but what the hell? It came with the box. So throw it in the toolbox. It's in the top toolbox. There you go. There you go, kids. If you're looking for an Allen key in my house, it's in the top shelf in my toolbox. So there you go.
If you broke it in and you're stealing things, go straight for the Allen keys from IKEA.
There you go. Yeah. And number 13 on your program, Benino, looks like he suffered himself a nasty leg injury blocking a shot. He cannot put any weight on that.
He'll be back for the second period.
Yep.
Oof. Right off. Yeah, they took that off the ankle by the looks of it.
Yeah, listen, the Penguins' healing ability.
How hurt they are. And
yeah,
how,
they're all
like,
Wolverines.
They played and how great they looked in the beginning of game 1.
I mean, yeah, you see him being helped off the tunnel, but like you said, Scotty, start of the third period, he'll be back. They're amazing healing power. My God, their list of revealed injuries when this series is over is going to be just incredible. People are going to be going, how in the hell are they all still walking and breathing?
It's such a fight. I almost get to the point of wondering if it's good that hockey teams kind of glorify these injuries after the season's over. Like, look how great we played, even though we had half our team that was hurt.
I guess it depends on the person and what who actually looks at, like, how do you look at that? I think it's kind of dumb.
Well, I do as well. I mean, listen, on the one hand, I mean, yes, it's all part of the mythology of hockey players, how tough hockey players are, and, how they'll play through just about anything, broken legs, torn groin muscles, and all this other
torn
stuff.
ACL.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, basically skating with bone on bone because they got no cartilage left in their knees. I mean, all that sort of thing. But on the other hand, at what point you're just destroying your assets by doing this? You know what I mean? I mean, at what point is it just for the player's benefit to just tell them, okay, shut it down? All right, you're not helping being out there. You are not helping. Just shut it down.
Or how many shots are they taking to play these games?
Oh my God! Well, I mean, right now they're chewing, Tylenol 3s like Smarties right now. That's what we used to call them in the Army, airborne Smarties. Here you go. Oh, I heard. Oh, here you go. Take some Tylenol 3s. You just know they're chowing down on those.
Fantastic drug.
It is, isn't it though?
Oh my God.
Oh, I know. I know. Don't worry about it. I had the
last time I was in Canada, I actually, when we were in Vancouver, we went to that. Yeah. We happened upon a jazz festival, and they were handing out allergy medicine.
Wow!
And I was like, sure, I'll try some. Whatever allergy medicine that they had was like laced with crack or something, because like 4 seconds into me taking this thing, I was like breathing. I was like, huh. I can smell things. Whatever this is amazing. I started hallucinating at one point. I think I'm not sure. I'm making up stuff.
Maybe that was the early oxycodone part of
But
the.
it was. I mean, the drugs in Canada are fantastic.
Well, the Tylenol 3s are great. I had some for. I
They're
took-
over the counter.
I know. I had some for well, some you still need prescription. When I had to get them for my dental surgery, they're about 10 years ago. I mean, they were great. And but what I had tucked a couple away in my car just in case for emergencies. And I'd forgotten about them for years. I'd forgotten about it. And then I had this horrible thumping, pounding headache
While you were driving.
And so I go and I look. It's like, okay, well, let's see what I've got here. And there were two the Tylenol 3s that I'd forgotten. I was like, okay, I know they're old, but I don't care. And I took them, and
all of a sudden there was like a hole in the roof, and there's like light beaming it. And it was like,
within 5 to 7 minutes, it was just like a huge giant weight just go off your head and shoulders. Oh, joy! I can
you couldn't feel your head anymore.
Oh, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. Lyle Richardson endorses Tyler.
I love how you're like, yeah, I left them in the car just in case I needed them.
Well, where
they probably say on the box, "Do not drive while taking codeine."
Well, but like it's like I said, it was just I had this nasty old headache, and I just figured, and they gave me a big
you weren't
bottle.
Driving, you were just out somewhere.
So
right?
I was just here in town, but I was coming back, and I was having to face work, and just when you got a pounding headache, and you're trying to write, it's just all you're thinking of, my fucking head hurts, and I don't want to do this anymore. And so I felt great, boy. I'll tell you, my copy was really punched up that day. To say it was very creative, but yeah, because they gave me a fair-sized bottle of these bad boys, and I was like, well, I got a lot of these. I'll just put 2 away for as emergency in case if I ever need them down the road sometime. So, boy, did I ever need them that day. I was so happy to see them. I was like, seriously, I was almost weeping with joy when I saw it. Oh, yes! Anyway, so I dare say that,
drugs.
Yeah, I dare say these guys are probably taking lots and lots of prescription painkillers to get through the pain they're going through right now.
I think Jim Benning's taking too many prescription drugs, as he is talk loopy. As apparently he's finally thinking that Jacob Markstrom is ready for the #1 spotlight. Seems to be bidding adieu to Ryan Miller, eh?
Maybe not. Now he's talking, well, I wouldn't mind bringing him back for another year. I think he sees him tried to have him in a mentor role more than being in the full-time starter's job. I can see, if they've got a good work relationship, if Miller's fine with being in more of a backup role, and to kind of mentor Markstrom in that way, well, then why not? If it's for a year, an affordable deal, why not? I'm not adverse to that. I question his statements that he's not going to bother. He doesn't want to trade somebody like Alex Edler. I mean, okay, I can understand the reluctance not to move Chris Tanev, but I mean, Alex Edler, why not? The guy's 31. He's starting to come to the end. I mean, he still has some value. I mean, for God's sake, why not at least put him on the market? But nope, doesn't want to do that. I guess maybe he sees Edler as a mentor as well. I don't know, but he's not totally closing the book on Ryan Miller. So, that could be interesting.
I don't see Ryan Miller being the mentor type, though.
But at this stage in his career, he really doesn't have much choice but to be.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know. I just don't see it happening. But at the same time, I don't see him not, getting a better deal elsewhere unless he goes to Vegas.
Unless he goes to Vegas, or if he signs as a backup, with the Kings or the Ducks, because he won't be with the Sharks, because the Sharks are fine with what they got. So, I would say that, given the opportunity to come back to Vancouver, a city he apparently likes, to a team that he's comfortable playing for, I mean, he knows his career is winding down, but if he wants to keep playing, if he wants to still have some stick in the game, well, why not do it, come in and be in a mentor role, Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot to teach, I think. I don't know. He's how he can succeed with such skinny legs.
He's made a career of it. Somehow, some way.
What else I got here? So Tim Army made some comments going out the door in Colorado. It seems to be a right thing with Colorado. You know, their assistant coaches, their goalie coaches, their beat writers, all going away.
Boy, Twitter's really been the Denver Post beat writers really had some problems with Twitter. First Adrian Dater and now Terry Fry. Ooh.
Yeah, well, at least Adrian Dater put it on the down low for a little bit before.
Yeah.
Going,
Yeah.
Terry Fry is just
that was just out no bigotry. Oy.
That was. I think he got too caught up in his book writing.
Yeah,
about the World War II,
and that's the thing. And that's the thing. It's a shame. He's a good writer. He's a good sports writer. He's won multiple awards. You know. But yeah, that kind of shocked me.
Look, Lyle, people can win awards. It doesn't mean they're good. Because Lyle,
You should see all the awards I have.
you should see my Matt Death Award for futility and bad decision making. I was not good at that, but I won a trophy anyway. So let's not say that things are good.
Yeah. But anyway, back to your point about Colorado and out the door and all that good stuff.
What does Matt Duchene have to do to turn his head away from hockey? Because Tim Army seems to think that a little time away for Matt Duchene would be good for his psyche right now.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, now that he's done with the World Championships for a couple of weeks and all that. Yeah, go just get away. Go wherever you need to go to your quiet, happy place that's away from people bugging you about hockey. You're going, so where do you think you're going to be playing this season? Or, gee, is your team ever going to get better? Or, hey, you bum, are you ever going to play up to your potential? That sort of thing. Wherever you need to go to do that, yeah, why not? You're making the coin to do it. Geez. Why not? Seriously.
Why wouldn't you? I think a lot of the thing has to do with the speculation and trades too. And then,
yeah,
that had to be weighing on him in terms of his performance one way or t'other.
Oh, I'm sure it certainly didn't hurt. Didn't help. And listen, those rumors are going to flare back up again very, very soon. So, I'm sure, look, one way or the other, I'm sure he's going to be happy to have this summer behind him. If he gets traded, I'm sure he'll look forward to the challenge of wherever he goes of, trying to kind of resurrect his career, if you will, get it, or not really resurrect his career, but kind of get it more back on track. And if he stays in Colorado, well, listen, I'm sure he'll be happy that he's not leaving. I mean, he's never given any indication he wants to leave, but geez, he'd like to have some better teammates around him. So, maybe if they can do something about that, I'm sure he'll be quite happy to come back next season and see what he can do to make the team better. But yeah, I mean, for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, he's going to be a fixture in the rumor mill again.
Better season next year, Colorado or Vegas?
Oh, let me get back to you in a month's time when we have a look, kind of a better idea what they're. No, let's
do this right now.
I want no. I want to see what they're.
Right
you don't. No. I can't be making decisions like that until I've seen
Fortune telling panda.
There you go. Go to fortune telling panda.
Who do we ask? Will Colorado have a better record than Las Vegas?
Yes.
Fortune telling panda. Yeah, you're such a dick. Fortune telling panda says yes. And it says take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step.
That means nothing.
It means something to him.
I guess. I don't know. He eats bamboo every day. I don't know.
And it does have hallucinogenic properties. So,
Lyle, I'm going to show you a shirt.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a shirt that I bought at a Fargo thrift shop. So, shirt.
Colorado. Wait a minute. Minnesota will?
Yeah,
the Minnesota will.
Yep, because
the
D is in all the haters' mouths. The D is in all the haters' mouths. By D, they mean dick, Lyle.
Evidently. Thank you for spelling that out for me. I know I'm a little slow on the uptake in my old age.
I'm still kind of angry that they don't have an apostrophe in haters.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, really, eh? Come on.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You go to have a little bit of fun with this thing by deliberately misspelling something and dropping a D, and then you don't put an apostrophe after haters.
Yeah.
Come on, possessive. Damn it.
Well, I think they got really
Yeah, it's-
confused with. Yeah.
It's definitely a possessive mouth of the haters.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Or the mouth of the whole haters, all the haters. Hate.
Exactly.
I don't think this is officially licensed.
I don't think it is. No,
Don't-
I
don't
have.
know.
I don't know. I don't see the Wild marketing
Are you gonna
department.
wear that
putting
to
their stamp of
Chicago?
approval on that.
I might have to wear that to Chicago in some way. It's an extra large, and I'm usually a double X. So we'll see if fat guy in a little shirt comes out.
Okay.
shady
Is it safe? Is it safe for me to ask the question about where you are with credentials?
Things have been taken care of, Lau. We're taking steps to get it taken care of.
Good.
I will say this: my lawyer Joshua Berman has been doing a great job on this case in this lawsuit.
Fantastic.
And I
We
can
always
say
get Jewish lawyers involved.
you have to go with the Jewish lawyers. They know the law because they made the law in the first law back in the day in the deserts. So my
That's actually true. They actually didn't they bring down the 10 Commandments? I mean, technically.
Well,
15.
technically, yes.
There was
Yes.
15.
Yeah. 15. Smash. 10. 10
10
commandments. Yes.
So yeah, no. My legal team, my legal Eagles are all over it, Lyle. And don't worry, the NHL will
Of
get what's
Josh
coming.
Furman and Elon Brink.
Well, Elon's our doctor. So we have a Jewish lawyer and a Jewish doctor.
lawyer and a Jewish doctor. You
That's
can't go
true.
wrong. You got all your bases covered, my
The
friend.
people we have on our payroll, Lyle, it's amazing.
You have the chosen people as your law team and your medical staff. You cannot go wrong.
We chose the chosen people because we don't see religions.
No, we don't.
We don't.
No, we
Not
don't.
on this show.
Not
No.
on the show
We
at
can
all.
see their yarmulkes from here, but we cannot see religion.
We can see the covenant they had, the little agreement they had with God and the snippety, but we don't see anything else.
Anything else?
Speaking of D's,
Yeah, speaking of these. The covenant with the Lord. So
Bad
yeah,
haters, you're still with an apostrophe, though. It's
I
still
might
with
have to get like a whiteout marker.
You're
and
gonna
just
have
put it
to
in there.
put it in there for the proper spelling.
I got it for $3. What do you want?
Yeah,
from me?
exactly.
Hey!
Hey!
People.
Yeah.
whoa.
Mark, you're in the red light
Mark's in
district,
some
my
kind of
friend.
rave.
Wow.
God.
Mark at a
I only
tanning
meant
salon.
I only meant to be on audio like this.
There it is.
There you go.
Calling from his cell phone. Mark in Northern Virginia. What do you got,
From
Mark?
the Reeperbahn district of Munich.
Yeah. The red light
Exactly.
Mark, we have 2 points of contention with you.
This isn't Festivus.
What's that?
This isn't Festivus.
Oh no, no. That's why it's not a lot of problems with you people. It's not the airing of grievances. We just have questions.
Okay.
Why does Johnny have to get his D tapped?
Yeah, what is a D-tap? And Scotty brought up a good point. It sounds like a frat boy thing that you would do walking down the hallway is tap someone's
Yeah,
D.
it does. Yeah. It's supposedly so you don't get the baby sick the first time you come to see them.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it because of their crap immune system when they get born?
Exactly. They're born with like paper thin skin or something
right.
like that.
Fair enough. Lucid skin. I had
So we're gonna
I had a
tap
child.
D's.
I'm not really sure about that one, but we'll go back and we'll ask our
I'm gonna
medical
go
team.
to,
Well,
I'm gonna
you-
go to the Glen Burnie Target and ask them if they can D-tap me.
And Scotty, you also had your kid in Canada, so universal health care and all. So
That's
maybe
true.
they just didn't have it. You know, it's
There's-
easier there.
And it is
One stop
colder up
shop.
here. It is colder up there, so it is thicker. The skin's a little
Yeah.
thicker. Also, apparently, me and you both screwed up during our little super secret meeting. We undercut ourselves by 25 grand.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have 35. Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
look. I did say it was at least 10,000. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
true. You weren't wrong there.
I wasn't. I just took the under.
And how? How are things
Well-
with you tonight, Mark? How's everything going there?
Things went well. Yes, Father Mike Murphy is still a stand-up gentleman. He will be validating Brittany and I in the Catholic Church 2 weeks ish, week and a
I thought
half.
you were already there. I thought you already had the validation.
No. We got married in the Commonwealth of Virginia, but the Catholic Church was not a part of that.
AKA Sin City.
Yeah, Charlottesville, Sin City, right?
It is the Vegas. It is the Vegas of the Southeast. So.
I thought that was Chucktown. Charlestown Races and Slots. I thought that was the Vegas of.
You know what? You're not wrong. We might have to update the sign that I put out there when we left.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's good to know you guys are going to get validation. Mark, you're going to get revalidated, so that's good.
That's it. No, I was confirmed before. Now I'm getting validated.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you went through all your trade school, and now finally the validation's happening. I'm glad.
Right.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, I've been seeking validation my entire life.
Oh, who hasn't? God knows this entire show has for. Oh my Lord in heaven!
Can
so
you
we're
ask
talking
him to
about
bless the show while you're there as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What was that?
I said, can you ask him to bless the show as well while you're there?
Yeah, sure. I most certainly will. I mean, we were practically doing it since I've been in high school, so.
Yeah, that is true. We have been doing. Wow, we've been doing this way too long.
Yeah.
It's funny, like when we had this super secret meeting, we had to talk about the history, and it's just like, wow, we have been doing this way too long.
It's too late for regrets now.
Oh God, Lyle, regrets went out the window when I said, "Yeah, I'll become a Canadian."
And those regrets changed to apologies, and here we are today.
Exactly, and my subsequent deportation back to the States.
Yes, your immigration to Canada and our country's refusal to accept you.
Exactly. Both on a sub-level and a regular level. But, Mark, your opinion on the Caps not changing anything at all?
I don't know. It's going to be really hard to not change anything when they don't re-sign half of their defensive players. So they're going to have to change something whether they like it or not.
Your thoughts on them possibly trading Ovechkin if a hockey deal arises in the skim chance of that happening?
Well, I'm glad it's a hockey deal and not a football deal.
Thank God for that.
Yes, because that would have been really embarrassing.
But listen,
yeah, I mean, there's no way that Colin Kaepernick's going to work on this team.
But if we can somehow get Tom Brady, I think that we make that deal.
You know, if Tom Brady decided to put on skates, I think we'd have a legitimate shot of winning the Stanley Cup next year.
Exactly. He'd deflate the puck and it'd be great.
Yeah. He just
He'd
knows
get
how
more
to win,
calls
that
than the
guy.
Penguins.
Yes, that's true. That's true. There would be a lot more calls for the Caps with Brady on their team than any other team in the world. That's a good call.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But
a Honda.
other than that,
Civic,
you know, whatever. What are they supposed to say? They're trying to sell season tickets.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Our law firm of Berman, and Hay has said that they will not be spending their things on the Cap season tickets.
Yeah, whatever. Everybody.
The fan
says
revolt
that
has
after
happened.
What's that?
The fan revolt is happening.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's been a month going now. Has it already been a month? I feel like it's already been a month.
I think it's been 3 weeks actually.
Yeah.
Something like that.
At least when I quit before the playoffs one year.
That's
But that
fair.
was the year they didn't make the playoffs. So
Okay, interesting.
that was easy for me.
Interesting ploy. Little swerve right there, but glad that you were able to get that. We were also talking about the Italian national team and how in the International Hockey World Championship they gave up more goals in 7 games, 32 goals in 7 games, than Juventus has given up all season.
Wow. That's
Mark,
impressive.
What I'm saying is that, listen, if we can get your knee rehab to about at least 95%, we can get you on the Italian national team.
I'm down. Let's do it up. Yeah, I'm good. Although, who did they play in the World Championship?
They played the U.S., they played Russia, they played Sweden, they played Latvia, they played Denmark.
And Germany.
And they didn't get a win.
Well, okay. I mean, that's 3 of the best teams in the world. Probably the 3 best teams in the world, plus some other people.
You hope to win against Denmark and Slovakia and maybe Germany. They barely beat Liechtenstein in the qualifiers.
Is Marco Sturm still playing for Germany?
No,
I don't think so. I think he's a coach now, maybe.
Okay. What about Ulf Dahlen?
I think he's a coach also. His son could be playing for the national team. I know he's a hot prospect. So
Nice.
yeah.
All right. Well, John and I were considering trying out for the Italian team for Torino.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sure was. That's why I
Listen,
was getting in that tournament I played in.
That's true. With all the stuff going on with Pyeongchang, if the Italians make it, I think you guys have a good shot to be Olympians.
I'm down. It would be almost better than walking onto the club Maryland hockey team. I mean, it would definitely be better than walking onto the club Maryland hockey team.
You'd be the Rudy or the Giancarlo of the Italian world. They'll make movies about you.
That'd be so much harder to chant at the end of the game. Giancarlo, Giancarlo, Giancarlo.
Giancarlo. It's perfect. It's perfect for everything. I like this Disney fairy tale that we're grabbing onto.
I like it.
I don't even think
They would really only have to give me gear and a hockey jersey,
And they do.
and I'd be fine.
It'll be fine. We need gear, hockey jersey, skating lessons, sticks. You know, these things.
No, actually, I'm not going to break a stick. I have them.
The sad part about it, gentlemen, is Italia is not in the Olympics.
That's a bunch of horse crap.
The teams that are in the Olympics include South Korea, Norway, Slovenia, and Switzerland.
All right.
Damn it.
And it was determined by the IIHF World Rankings following the 2015 Men's World Ice Hockey Championship. So 3 years it took them. And the problem was also in the Division 1A title thing, Italy did not win at all. And the only reason they made it to this year's World Championship is because they hosted the damn thing, apparently.
Hey, I sense a running theme here.
You got a host to get in?
Yeah. The Italians are notoriously good hosts, though.
That is true, man. All the salt and breadsticks you want. That's what the Olive Garden gives you. So that's always something huge. Where are you at now, Mark? You seem to be you're on your bag phone, your Motorola bag phone.
The bag phone.
Yeah.
I am currently driving back from getting dinner. I met Brittany at her office in Falls Church, Virginia, about a half hour from Sterling, Virginia, where the Patanza residence is. So after work, I drove down and then left my car at her office, and now we're both driving back home. So that's where I'm at. I'm on the toll road, man. You're getting a glimpse into the luxurious life of Mark with a C, Patanza.
It is, the most luxurious life I've ever seen, and having experienced it from afar for so long, I'm glad I continue to experience it from afar for so long. Though we're going to have to deal with toll roads as we go to Chicago here in a couple weeks, so that's going to be a hoot and a holler. Ugh.
Yeah, when's our expansion draft extravaganza?
Extravaganza.
Expansiganza.
Manja.
Coverage starts at Sunday, 5:30 a.m. and we will go right on through to the expansion draft as it happens.
The more
live.
and more that we talk about this, someone's going to take this seriously.
Oh my lord!
My question.
I don't know about you guys. I'm going to be unconscious at 5:30 a.m. on Sunday.
I forget if I asked this. I don't know if I asked this last week when we brought it up. Does McPhee have to draft in any particular order?
Nope.
No.
It's just he's just gonna pick.
Yep.
And
he doesn't have to go alphabetically or anything like that, or by position.
I don't think so. I don't
No.
think so.
No. Maybe it goes like goaltender, maybe by position first, like maybe goaltenders.
It's how many names he can get in between the King Clancy Award and the Lady Bing Award. So those are his bookends for the first set of picks, and then after that,
great it would be if there was be though if there was zero like structure to it and he could just like pick who he wanted, and then he gets to like 28 and he's like, shit, which 2 teams do I still have to get players from?
Exactly. But here's the thing: he could rattle off the whole team in that little spot there with the way he picks draft picks in the past.
That's
so
true.
I mean, there's that for him. Also, I do believe that Lyle, even though it's 5:30 Central Time for you or for us, it'll be actually I think 8 a.m. for you. So you're fine. Like it's fine. Fine.
Okay, I will be conscious and working, but I will be bleary-eyed and grouchy nevertheless.
No, that's fine. We're going to end up that way sooner or later.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as we all understand each other
Fine.
that way.
It's gonna be
Okay.
fine.
So, follow-up question: do all of McPhee's draft picks have to be agreed upon, and any trades that have happened will have had to have happened before any of this happens? Or can he take like a defenseman from the Ducks, and then the Jets are like, whoa, hold on, we'll make a trade so that you don't take something from our team now?
Yeah, they can do that.
Well, they
But-
seem to be
well,
doing that
it's-
right now.
it-
with the
it's
Chicago
got to be,
Blackhawks.
but it's got to be agreed upon before they submit the protection lists by 5 p.m. on June 17th. So you can't do it that day. Like the projection lists go in 5 p.m. on the 17th. McPhee then has 72 hours to go over, evaluate the list, and reach his decisions on who he's going to select. And then we get the big unveil on June 21st at the award show, I guess, or before. Well, how's that working, guys? Is that before, during, or after?
It is during the award
That
show.
is so.
Let's be completely honest, though. They could really just blow through like one commercial break, and he'd be able to knock out that whole team.
Oh, essentially, yeah. No, I think it's fine. I think that'll be easy enough to. Like,
Oh,
if they
sure.
give him a
You do it.
segment.
From the Washington Capitals, Philip Grubauer. From the New York Rangers, Antti Ranta.
Lyle, you're getting this whole thing
Yeah.
wrong. It's Brooks
You have
Orpik.
way too many words in
Sorry.
there.
That is
Yeah.
true
Yeah.
too. That is true as well.
Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights pick Grubauer, Orpik. We pick
No.
Orpik. We pick Wheeler. We pick this other guy.
Exactly. You don't even need to fill in with those words like I and pick.
Yeah.
It's just Rangers, Ranta,
True.
Capitals, Grubauer. That's all he's gonna do.
He's not
Yeah.
going to do that. He's just going to say the last name of the player.
Yeah.
And it's like high school cut day.
Yeah, exactly.
He walks up and he's like, "All right, here's our team. Forwards." Shoom.
Exactly.
Yeah, the rest of you, better luck next year.
Better luck next year when Kopech comes in the league. See ya.
He's like, leave the jerseys at the door before you leave.
Thank you for the expansion draft. Now here's Billy Talent. I don't know who's performing at the award show, but I assumed it's a Canadian band. Shaka Khan would be great if she performed. Lyle, can you bring us up to date with the whole Cougar Van Riemsdyk situation with Vegas and Chicago?
Yeah, apparently, according to Frank Saravalli of TSN, the Golden Knights could be close to an agreement for a deal whereby they wind up either selecting Trevor Van Riemsdyk in the expansion draft on the condition that they would take Marcus Kruger in a trade. So that's kind of one of the things that's floating out there. Saravalli's saying that it's not 100% done yet or anything like that, but that's something that they're looking into doing. So that's kind of gives you an idea of some of the creativity that could be flowing around out there. You know,
That
where
allows Scotty's Orpik Orlov thing to work.
yes, it could. Yes, it could. There's that possibility in there. Well, because he brought that up. That listen, if you take Orpik off our hands at the draft, we will trade you this pick and this prospect. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. Because that's one thing, by the way, I just want to say, that's one thing that George McPhee stated in an interview earlier this week, that he is looking, he wants to load up on draft picks, he wants to load up on prospects, because it's not just enough for him to get, players, for his roster. He's also going to stockpile for the future as well. So he needs to load up on his own draft, on getting as many draft picks and as many prospects as he can to send down, that he can start building up his development system. So
Plus,
yeah,
he needs somebody to pick. He needs a prospect to give away for an old aging veteran at some point.
He could need that as well. Exactly. You get a pick from a team, and then you turn around and flip it to another team. That sort of So there's as the Sarah Valley was saying, the whole thing of taking Van Riemsdyk in the draft from Chicago on the condition that they'll then take Kruger in a trade. That just gives you some idea of some of what's being worked out, or at least discussed.
So it's almost as if GM doesn't want to play; he just wants to crush a lot, and by crush a lot, I mean rosters.
Yeah.
Whew, that one missed its mark, didn't it? That one missed.
Oh boy.
That fall wouldn't have been out of most parks.
That joke was too highbrow. It was too highbrow. Too highbrow. What do you mean too highbrow?
Highbrow because my highbrows were right up around here, as in
Jake Taylor. Jake Taylor card. Boom. Gembit 10. Woo. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Lyle, we have any bag of fun stuff that we didn't hit on as the season ends as a steady climax to the end? That's not a steady climax.
Nah, there's nothing really there. I mean, I already talked about the main thing I wanted to get out there, which you guys basically got a preview of for my next soapbox, which was the whole Ovechkin, showdown with Ovechkin in the league over Olympic participation. That was my main thingy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Pittsburgh getting catfished?
It's true.
Well, what I will say is I think the lesson we learned from all this is if you're going to throw dead aquatic life onto the ice, be sure to do it in your home arena where the cops are more likely to turn a blind eye.
By the way, those charges are apparently going to be dropped. So
What exactly did they charge him with? Public mischief?
On the lines. Public mischief was one of them. There were like 3 misdemeanor charges.
And assault with a deadly weapon.
But no,
I think that was one of them with an intent, a weapon of intent to injure.
Yeah, something like that. But apparently those charges have been dropped.
I think the best part that came out of the whole catfish story was the picture of the catfish on the blue line, and somebody tweeted, "Is the catfish onside or offside?"
I didn't see that one, but that's good. I like that one.
As long as one fin is on the ice.
Exactly.
And Pekka Rennie was out there, so he's fine. All right, got it back. We got it back. Getting it back. Getting the
Oh, man.
Getting it going.
Speaking of Pekka Rennie.
Yeah, that was good.
Speaking of Pekka Rennie, there's a goal tonight that he let in that he would love to have back. I don't know how that puck got squeezed in there the way it did. For those of you, because obviously, blah, 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 the cajillions of you who've seen it already. Not, but how the hell that squeezed, that found that gap under his arm and his body that just, well, not even, it was between his glove and his goalie pants. And
that's what happened in the last game too.
Yeah, it just squeaks through. And it's not even like the puck's on its side. I was just watching it while I was talking to you guys. It's not like the puck was up on an edge and it got through a gap that big. Like the puck was on its normal side. It would woof right through and in.
Lyle, approximately 35,000 people saw that just tonight while they were listening to the show. We just got the numbers in.
Yes, there we go.
Lyle, I'll email you.
I still
about
think it's
this
funny that you neglected to ask me the question before answering it, though.
Whatever. I mean, we told him. I specifically said I would email him the real numbers after I talked to you.
Oh, okay. All right.
I could have said like 5, and I still would have been under, and I still would have won.
This is part of your discussion you were talking about earlier today. Yes,
we'll email you what the lowdown is, Lyle. So yes.
Yeah. I kind of figured that's why I was chuckling, is because you're basing on your Facebook thingy earlier today. So
yeah, exactly. My vague book.
Your vague book. Yes, your vague book.
Mark, are you going to stay around to play? Name that St. Louis Blues from 2001-02, or you got to go?
I am just about back at the house, so I'm probably going to go, and I probably won't be back in time to join you before the show is over. So
it's fine. You got here in time, so we will mark you as here as present. You are just a bit tardy, but you did not. You don't have to use an unexcused absence.
Tardy.
Yeah, Hardee's. Get some Hardee's, actually.
Hey, I can another 3 minutes. So I can do maybe one St. Louis Blues from 1990, whatever.
All right, so here we go. 2001-02 St. Louis Blues. Name this one. If he could be a musician, he'd be John Tesh. The coolest thing in his bedroom growing up were magazines. His favorite pet, or the pet that he has, is a ferret. His favorite shampoo is Grecian Formula, and his favorite sports drink is Bud Light. Name that St. Louis Blue, Johnny. Start with you.
I'm gonna go with that healthy Barrett Jackman.
Healthy Barrett Jackman. Mark, who do you got?
I got a 100% Al McGinnis.
Al McGinnis. Lyle, who do you got?
Well, you guys are gonna hate me because I saw this on Jen's Twitter feed. That would be Keith Kachuk.
Keith Kachuk is the answer.
Yes.
Bud Light
Wow.
is his favorite sports drink.
Yes.
No, the Bud Light should have been a dead giveaway.
Yes, the Bud Light. Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And we all know he really means Bud Heavy.
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. That man didn't see a heavy beer or donut that he could walk past. No, I'm telling you. Boy, howdy.
He's Homer Simpson personified.
I mean, listen. You know, you're used to athletes gaining some weight after their playing careers are over. But good Lord.
This guy's first job was stocking shelves at a grocery store. His favorite cereal is Shreddies. His first automobile is an '86 Cutlass Sierra, and his dream car is an Aston Martin. Name this hockey player who played for the St. Louis Blues in 2001-02. Lyle.
I'm going to go with a healthy Barrett Jackman this time.
Healthy Barrett Jackman. Johnny.
Oh, crap.
I did that on purpose.
2001-2. I'm gonna go with Curtis Joseph. Was he on the team then?
We'll see. Cujo. Mark with a C.
Chris Pronger.
Good. If you said Jamal Mayers, you would be correct.
Oh, wow, wow! Not even close. Not of any of us. Wow. Whew.
There we go. One more. Here we go. If he could be a musician, he'd be Garth Brooks. His favorite sports drink is called Revenge. He's got 3 pets named Tika, Simba, and Jasmine. Dream car 1960 Corvette, and his favorite cartoon character Wile E. Coyote. While his favorite magazine is Bassmaster. Mark, name that St. Louis Blue.
Let me see here. I'm trying to think who the hell was on this
I wish
team.
I knew
in
any players on this team.
2001. I feel like I should know some of the wingers at least. I'm gonna go back to Chris Pronger because I got nothing.
Chris Pronger. Lyle.
Pierre Turgeon.
Pierre Turgeon. Johnny.
I know 0 people on this team for some reason. God, he sounds like such a great redneck.
He does, doesn't he?
I'm gonna go with Keith Kachuk again.
Dallas Drake is the answer we're looking
Dallas
for.
Drake.
Oh.
That makes total sense. As soon as you said Dallas Drake, it's like yes,
Yeah,
that
that
total
makes
sense.
Debbie
Irony
does
is we should have
Dallas
seen
Drake.
that coming.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy's favorite sports drink is Powerade or water. His favorite sport is Olympic sport is hockey and curling. His favorite cartoon character is Spider-Man. And if he could be a musician, he'd be Nelly. Johnny, name the St. Louis Blue.
Fred
I know this one.
Brathwaite.
Yeah,
There it is.
There it is.
I would have gotten that
He's
one
a
too.
St. Lunatic.
Yeah. As soon as Mark said, "I know who it is," before Johnny said, I clicked in right away. It had to be a goalie. It had to be Freddie Brathwaite.
That's awesome. I got one.
There you go. This guy's favorite shampoo is Thermosilk. Dream car, Ferrari Spider. His first automobile, LeBaron convertible. His first job, landscaping. His favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch, while his favorite musician is Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin. Name this St. Louis Blue. Johnny. Or no, Mark. Sorry. Johnny went first last
He
time.
sounds like an asshole. He had a convertible as his first car. This is definitely Chris Pronger.
Chris Pronger. Lyle.
Roman Turek.
Roman Turk. Johnny.
A healthy Barrett Jackman.
Not a healthy Barrett Jackman. Oddly enough, healthy Barrett Jackman not in this book.
Oh,
We are talking about
Because he was hurt.
That's true. We are talking about Brent Spencer Johnson.
Brent Johnson.
Remember him?
Right. Yes. Yes.
I didn't realize he played for the Blues.
He did. Now that
Yeah, He set the playoff shutout streak or some garbage like that.
Yeah, and then he crashed and burned.
These things happen.
All right, I'm home. I gotta go.
All right.
I'm out on
man.
Blues. I didn't get any Blues right, unless Chris Pronger.
Yeah, you did. Freddie Brathwaite. There you go.
Well, you got Freddie
True.
Brathwaite. So. All right, Mark.
All
Have
right.
fun. We'll talk to you next week, buddy.
Peace out.
See you later, Mark.
He sounded like he was on a phone from '96.
Didn't he? Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it was.
amazing.
Yeah.
We should. All right, one more. This guy, his first automobile was an Olds Delta 88. Favorite sports drink, Powerade. His favorite season, spring. Favorite meal, steak and pasta. And his first job was loading lobster trucks. Johnny, name the St. Louis Blue.
Oh, Al McGinnis. Crap, we already did
That's
it.
what I'm saying too. Is Al McGinnis.
You're both right.
Yeah. Get the dead giveaway is loading the lobster trucks. Loading the lobster trucks. That's a dead giveaway.
Yeah. Is Barrett Jackman even in the prospects? Nope. Reinhardt. Yeah, he is. He's in the-
203 though. Yeah, I think was his year. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
he was. He was with
Yeah.
the Regina Pats up until, and this is his first season. He was still in the system.
Yeah.
Also,
So Mark was technically right on downloads. We're at 10,000 for January through May of 2017.
that's good. So
So he's
technically, he's
close.
right. Leading to this point, the 5-month span, we're there. 5-month span. Boy, howdy. All right. Well, Lyle, we got nothing else for you, buddy. We're gonna go the way. I think Jen wants to get some ice cream, so
There you go.
he brought me a beer, so I have to go get ice cream. But yeah, it was fun. It's real. It was real fun. We'll talk to you next week as we ramp up our coverage for the 76 hours. Sorry, I'm shortchanging us by 9 hours. 76-hour coverage, like America. That's why it's 76 hours, folks. Coverage of the expansion draft preview. It's going to be amazing, Lyle. We'll be 1 week closer as we start our coverage going.
I better start drinking now.
Yep. Get her going, buddy.
All right, bud.
We'll see you next week.
We'll talk to you next week, guys. Take care.
There he goes. Lyle Richardson,
See you, Lyle.
SpectresHockey.net, thehockeynews.com, PI Guardian, and Bleacher Report, where they don't have any more slideshows. And if you try to load old slideshows, they don't show up. It's
What?
garbage. It's all one page now.
It's garbage.
It's garbage.
No, garbage is a band.
Oh, they probably are playing in the state fair somewhere too. So, all right. Shout outs, Johnny.
I'm going to give a shout out to Secret Meetings. Hooray, Secret Meetings. I'm going to give a shout out to the Baltimore Blast. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm good.
All right. I will give a shout out to the 2001-02 St. Louis Blues. I'll give a shout out to someone who just paid $60.75 on a team issue Baltimore Bandits Pro warm-ups, size extra large. Good for them. Not me. Sadly, not me. It's too small. Shout out to Oyo for making my dreams come true and having my midlife crisis. Shout out to Indoor Grills. And shout out to Grills, the tooth accoutrement that rappers used. So that's a thing. Other than that, I really have nothing else, folks. You can put it on the board. We're done. For Johnny P. Mark of the Sea, I'm Scotty Wise. Take care of yourself and someone else. It's been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com, part of the Face Off Hockey Show media faction. Soderstrom Bubble this weekend. Enjoy it. Johnny is. So you can have fun with him. You could talk to him about it. Did Sean Leahy stuff. We talked Sean Leahy, I think. Maybe. We should do a history of Sean Leahy. That'd be great.
That would be great. I'll come on for that show.
We might have to do that in Chicago. The history of Sean Leahy.
Like we could talk about all of our occurrences with Sean Leahy and it'd be on this Soderstrom Bubble. Oh yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Fantastic. Starting with Pop Jocks and going all the way through. My goodness.
What was his original 5-hole?
It was Pop Jocks, and then it was going 5-hole, and then he went to
Yeah.
Yahoo. So there's that. So faceoffhockeyshow.com, that's our Tumblr. It's also where you can find all our stuff. Twitter, faceoffhckys show. The Facebook, FOHS Radio. That's it. That's all. Folks, we've done it again. Enjoy your week. We'll enjoy ours. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye. Peace.